Ladies and gentlemen, Charlene Ruto is back. Charlene is back with the office of the first daughter. And I want you guys to take this to the bank. If William Ruto and the presidency is not careful, then this lady is going to subject them to embarrassment. I'm saying this because today, 6 items were trending on Twitter. Charlene Ruto was trending. The office of the first daughter was trending. Charlene Princess was trending on Twitter. Quickmart Ivanka was trending on Twitter. Gina Kenyatta was trending on Twitter. Why was Gina Kenyatta trending? Kenyans were comparing how she used to behave and how Charlene is behaving.
Ground the whole time.
The example that Moses has set will encourage his peers to want to seek an education, to come back to their communities and gain skills that directly address their development and economic needs. We come from a continent of immense greatness, and it is now our time as the youth to address and find solutions to the issue of unemployment by going into new and innovative fields. I believe with the spirit of Pan-Africanism that exists in this room here today, and through partnerships with APF, Ford Foundation, Equity...
We've even been to Gikomba. I used to sell smoky and kachumbari.
Then William Ruto was also trending. And anytime you clicked on that trend list of William Ruto, Charlene would be the dominant issue or topic under that particular trend list. And I want you guys to pay very close attention to the two videos which I am going to play. These two videos are of the same Charlene lady, but I want you to pay very close attention and let me know what you have identified.
The business of selling smoky kachumbari. I was in Daystar University. Ndio kitu ilikuwa inauza sana smoky kachumbari. And he really encouraged me in that small business I was doing. And one principle he taught me that I want you to live with.
Yo. Ai. Mtoto wake ai wakana wajinga bana.
Now that's the first video. Now pay attention also to this second video.
Days. So before again I continue, I wanted to introduce quickly my team from Kenya. So I'll start with the back. So this is Mike Sagana. He's one of my team members. He's a politician and he's my principal advisor in my team. And this is Jermaine Momanyi. He's the head of trade and investments at the office of the first daughter. And this is I don't get what's fun.
What have you picked from the two clips? For me, I picked the shock in her. When she was narrating how she used to sell smokies and people were shocked, Charlene was also shocked. In the second video, when she started explaining about the office of the first daughter, you know, the staffs there, because she has a complete office, just like the office of the president. And the audience were like, what? And she was also shocked of the reaction. And she didn't really see anything funny. So in this video, I want to try again and figure out the whole thing about Charlene, or is it Charlene Ruto? Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time again, please press that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. What we do on this channel is simple. We analyze politics in a way you can't find any other place. So the best thing is just to press that subscribe button. And to the subscribers, those who are already subscribed, please, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Without their support, this channel cannot be where it is. Now, what's your opinion about Charlene Ruto's moves. What is her intention? Or what do you think is her game plan? Why is she everywhere? And why do I strongly believe that she's going to create problems for the presidency or for the first family? For me, I want to look at it from this perspective. The first thing Charlene is going to do, which is already happening, is that she's going to expose the division within the first family. The moment she started trending on Twitter, I just went through a bit of the stories there, and there was a general consensus that Charlene is actually being pushed by Mama Rachel Ruto. And is there anything wrong with Mama Rachel Ruto pushing Charlene? No problem. But Kenyans on Twitter are suggesting that Charlene is being pushed by Rachel because she is the biological daughter. She's actually the third born in that family. There is June Ruto, who is married in Nigeria. You remember the moment William Ruto took over, our in-law who was everywhere at State House. Then there is Nick Ruto, the guy who is ideally supposed to take over. A gentleman, a good man, if you ask me, with a bright political future. Again, not the biological son to Rachel. Charlene now comes at number 3. And she's calling it the office of the first daughter. Basically, there's a consensus amongst Kenyans that it is the mother who is using the resources availed at her office, the office of the first lady, to advance her daughter. That's what it's now coming out. Most Kenyans, including myself, I didn't know that Charlene is actually not, I didn't know that June and Nick are not the biological children of Rachel Ruto. So it's going to expose those disunity. And you know, certain things cannot be hidden. They'll come out at the appropriate time. And even if you were to suppress them, one day, number 1 and number 2, that is June, Nick, sometimes they will or they may react. In fact, I was reading somewhere that William Ruto has so many kids that the number even up to, I don't know, is it 12 or 10? Something like that. Outgrowers, you know, men know that. Number 2, the issue of the dynasty. That's something which William Ruto dealt with. And in one of my videos, I opined that the main reason why Charlene was everywhere, she wanted to create an impression that she's not a dynasty, that she sold smokies and kachumbari. But now by creating this office, I don't know the kind of people she's walking around with, but by creating this office, the interpretation which Kenyans are giving is that William Ruto and the family are also trying to create another dynasty. The other day you saw this lady in Kibra campaigning. She's been everywhere. Is she being prepared for future leadership? Personally, I've never had any issue with anybody contesting, whether you are the son of the president or the son of what, I don't care. Because everybody should be given chances. Locking her out would not be fair. But William Ruto used dynasty as a campaign platform. And Kenyans are now like, this gentleman is actually trying to create another dynasty from his own family. So that's the other issue. The third issue, which is also coming out of Charlene, is wastage of public resources. You know, when she made this statement about the office of the first lady, I think she was outside the country. The other day she was in Morocco. She's traversed the entire country. The other day she was in Kibra, and while in Kibra she explained that she had gone there with, I think, 1,000 1,000 bags of maize. I don't know. She talked of something like that. Several other items. Where is she getting the money from? And what about the office? Because if she has an office, she has an advisor on this, on trade, on sports, on everywhere. She's here, she's there. Who is funding the trip? And that's why she came out and issued the statement, which we are going to also go through that statement shortly. The fourth issue which is coming out is the questions about the sponsors. This lady is saying that the activities are actually sponsored. The question which Kenyans are asking, okay, it's sponsored. By who? Who are there? Who are the sponsors? What are their interests? What are the sources of their funds? Because Charlene cannot sponsor these activities. She was very clear the other day that she was just selling smokies. You can't get out of selling smokies 3 months after your dad becomes the president, then you're traversing the entire country. So Kenyans, I'm sure, will start digging the real sponsors behind her activities. And what is her game plan? That's the last question. Is she planning to run? Or why is she doing all this? So because of the statement she made, Kenyans were on her. And Charlene had to do the needful. She had to issue a statement. Let me just get you the statement. I want to go through it very fast. The statement which she issued. And in that statement, she was claiming that the office of the first daughter is actually a private entity. So this is what she's saying. The office of the first daughter is a private entity. It is neither a constitutional office, nor is it funded by Kenyan taxpayers. The office runs to purely facilitate the activities of and any program being run by Ms Charlene Ruto. Through its independent structures and facilitators, the office has engaged various players across the country and beyond in line with some of its objectives of championing youth-based agenda and climate change advocacy. The office of the first daughter has at all times acted in good faith to ensure that Kenyan youth have a voice and get access to opportunities to enable sustainable livelihoods. Now that's her statement, which is very short, but really unnecessary. I want you as a Kenyan to offer your unsolicited advice to Charlene Ruto in the comment section. Please do that right away. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day.